Welcome back to the Crawfish Experience. I'm Spotify and he's music.
What?
Yeah,
Is that really what you're gonna go with here?
fuck, I don't care. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Guess what? Guess what I made for dinner? Guess. You're gonna have to guess. It's the rules.
Is it Crave cereal? Because it was your
No.
favorite for a long time.
It is good though.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Nope. Why are you
Is it
just naming
cereal at all?
cereals?
Oh, you heated up your Applebee's leftovers.
No, I was thinking about doing that though.
Oh, okay. What? Just get to the
I made
point.
ramen.
That is, even when you're at home, you're eating like you're at college, dude. You're sad and poor.
I went for a more chill experience, and ramen is good. I'm a double pack girl. Ain't nothing
Oh,
wrong with ramen.
or do you identify as a she?
No,
Why you call yourself a girl?
just how the pepper falls sometimes. All right. What do you want to talk about today, boy?
I want to talk
That's
about Red Dead Redemption
ooh.
2.
We should probably bring up the fact that we were gone for so long. It was me fault. Me fault. Big old Jeej.
Do we have to talk about that? We could just not
No,
tell him anything.
no. I
I
just
think
wanted to
that's
say
a
that.
I think it's a bit funnier to just not even like, yeah, okay, we were gone and then that's it. Just not
There
even.
was no break.
Yeah, there
We've been
was
here
no
the whole
break. You're crazy.
time.
Yeah, as far as
Man,
you guys know,
it's
this was
Christmas,
made
man.
literally on schedule. We actually have a huge backlog. We just haven't been releasing anything.
That's why he has a Christmas hat. He's ahead of the curve.
Yeah, this was before Christmas.
Yep, this
That's
is
that's
being recorded on November 8th.
Yep. So, Geej, what'd you get for Christmas? What do you want to share with the class?
I got a lot of good shit.
Oh,
I
actually?
got, yeah, honestly, I got a musical keyboard, actual like typing keyboard, like for PC shit, a headphone stand, a new game, Rocksmith. That thing goes hard. Do you know what Rocksmith is?
No.
Pretty much Guitar Hero, but you actually plug in your guitar into your PC and play it like a video game, pretty much, and you learn the actual songs.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty sick. And other than that, I can't think of anything. It's your turn.
I actually haven't gotten anything.
Damn,
I was given like money and that's it. Which isn't
money's
like bad,
good,
but it's
but
like, yeah, well, there was like no cars
yeah.
involved either, and it's just like, yeah, man,
Oh
it was just sad. It was a little bit sad. I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful for them, like,
no, I
also
don't blame
like,
you. I can't blame you. It's like one of those things where it's like, man, Christmas kind of fell off. Feels
dude,
different.
I was thinking on Christmas like Eve night and Christmas Eve night and the day before Christmas Eve. It's like, dude, Christmas just do not hit like it used to.
Yeah, honestly, I'm in an odd spot because I've enjoyed Christmas and hanging with family more as I've gotten older. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I used to hate some of these fuckers when I was younger. I used to be younger, I was like, God, they wanna fucking die. But now I'm like, it's pretty alright. Man, you're cool, man. But yeah.
Looking at his mirror, looking at a mirror right now. Man, you cool,
Man, they're
man.
pretty cool, man. Man, I love you. I love you.
Full, full scene. True, faithful, and then you get a little enchilada with yourself.
Yeah, I did get a
Yeah,
vinyl
and I
too.
can't
I
really
was happy
say
about
that
that.
I'm not much of a family guy, but
Even at my
I mean,
lowest.
yeah, I was gonna work that in,
I knew
but
that was
genuinely, it's
coming.
like in the beginning, not beginning, in the if you're not my immediate four family members, which I have more than four, I don't know why I said that number. Um, like even geez, like I have more than four. I don't know why I just said four. Um, yeah, if you're not in the immediate, then I could not give a hoot less about you.
Oh, and if you guys don't know, me and Vaughn are the same. We're the same family.
Yeah,
His
We've
last
known
name
each
is
other for a long
Jeej.
time.
I go by my last name because it just makes more sense too. He is
People say Mr. Jeej, and he goes, "No, that was my father." And I go, "Yeah, it was his father.
yeah, it was his father.
It was our
It
father."
was
I'll have you know, I was adopted, so there's that little bit of
yeah.
there's
It's
that little bit of disconnect.
yeah. They beat him.
That's why it's like that's why there's that disconnect with the
Yeah.
other, different, like more extended family. It's like it's just not there. They weren't there. I never really knew them. They're just strangers, but
They're also
these people,
racist.
close ones. Okay, that's actually a very funny Christmas story. Is last year, okay, sorry to cut off on that, but like I do kind of want to talk about this. So I have our grandpa, used to work in the police force,
Oh, I didn't
and
know that.
he is, I don't think he's racist, but he's a huge Nebraska fan, right? Huge Nebraska football, volleyball. They could literally start a line of Nebraska cheese eaters, and he'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, cheese, what?"
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, root beer too. If they had Nebraska root beer, he'd be like,
Cheese,
"Yeah, root
yeah.
beer." Yeah, that's what he's into that. And so we were watching a football game. I'm pretty sure it was a Nebraska one that was kind of close to Christmas, but not quite. Um, and Gigi, you'll remember this part because you were in the room.
Yep.
We're all sitting there, and they were all doing the showboating, right? Because when they get a touchdown, they like to do that. And he's like, and someone, oh, jeez, someone brought it up. It was like, it's kind of like I don't know why they do that, why they get all, uppity like that. And I was like, oh, they kind of earned a touchdown, I would figure. And our grandpa chimes in. That's not how it used to be. And it's like, oh yeah, grandpa, sure, tell us all about it. And grandpa then says to us, they didn't all used to be the same color neither. I don't
uh,
understand why that's a thing now. It's like, Jesus, grandpa, that's a bad take, dude. You should not be saying that. That is a bad take.
and then he got up and started default dancing.
Okay, well, now you're just gonna make that whole story look fake, which it's not. That is a legitimately real thing. I don't know what you're
I
talking
know.
about.
Yeah,
I think I told you day that it happened. I
you
got on
did.
Xbox that night and was like, dude, okay, veil is lifted. Yeah, I'm not adopted by his family. We're
No.
not related. Veil's lifted. I realized I just said it, but
I'm sorry
uh,
for one had to spoil it for you guys. We actually don't have the last name Crawfish. I'm sorry.
yeah, our last name would be Experience. You twit.
No, because
He's
they're
Craw.
experiencing the
He's
Crawfish
Craw. I'm
brothers.
Fish. He is the Experience. We are the Experience. You experience us, Craw and Fish.
Craw experience. Hello, welcome back to the Crawfish experience. I'm your host Craw, and that's our co-host Fish.
So yeah,
Huh?
if we ever get a third person, they can be the
They're the
Experience.
experience. That was
Yeah,
fun.
if we ever get a
Every
third
guest is
person,
just
they can be the
experience.
Experience. Yeah, and do you want to be Craw or Fish?
I want to be Craw. You're more of a
Oh,
fish.
yeah, I suppose. I got the big old eyes for it. Stare a hole into you. I look like Billy Joel. Jeej, they can hear that very well, and it does not sound good.
That's great. I don't care.
I do not care.
I do not care.
Well, I care because it sounds like dog shit, and I have to hear it, so knock it off.
Vicinity of
That's the more
obscenity.
important part. I can hear it. Knock it off.
I don't care. I have a Dairy Queen gift card that I'm not giving away. So, put in the comment section if
Like,
you want to.
subscribe,
Yeah.
comment. You have no chance of getting it, but it's appreciated if you do those things.
Yeah. Comment. I want the gift card, and you will not get it.
Comment. I want the gift card. Yeah,
Gib.
it's definitely a
Yeah.
real thing that we are talking about right now.
Yeah.
Definitely not made up.
I do have a gift card. I am not giving it away though. It is very true.
I have a GameStop gift card. I don't know if it's any good. I don't even know if there's anything on it. My sister gave it to
You
me.
know what? We'll give
Uh,
that one away. We'll give away Vaughn's gift card without his
the
consent.
mystery gift card is something
Ooh.
on it. You tell
It's
me.
like a $5 GameStop one where you can't buy anything really.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Yeah, dude, have you been to their prices? Have you seen their prices? They are rough going.
Yeah. Honestly, that
Although they
that
did have
shit's
this really
wild.
cool Jujutsu Kaisen ring set. Like you get like 9 rings and they're like adjustable or whatever. I think it's pretty neat. It's more so a collector's item, but I dug
Yeah.
it. I thought it was pretty neat.
You're welcome.
Don't do that again.
What? What did I do?
What you just did.
What
Don't
did I
do
do?
that.
What did I do?
You burped right into the mic, point blank, like a
Nuh-uh.
shotgun
No
blast.
proof.
Yeah, you
No
did.
proof. No proof,
I do have
man.
proof. It's recorded.
No.
Oh no. Okay.
Guess how many minutes we've been talking, Vaughn. I want to see how close you are.
I would genuinely guess about 5.
Is that your solid guess?
Yes. Yes.
We're at 11:30 right now.
Oh.
Time flies past when you're talking with Jeej. It's just how it goes.
Time flies like a dead goose, dude.
Time past flies like goose.
Sponsored by A&W Zero Sugar Root Beer
True. And milk.
and milk. All cows.
Yeah, all the cow. We got hit
All
up by head
cows
cow.
specifically. Yeah.
Head cow went up and talked with us and was talking about how he loved our podcast. He's like, I wish it was cowfish experience, but I guess it works. I guess. And then he's like, we'll pay you $4 in a toonie for you to talk about milk. All right, Vaughn, read the ad roll for milk.
When you're sad and want something warm and white to drink, no one comes in better than milk straight from the teat of a cow. All right.
That's right, Vaughn. We've been avid milk enjoyers since the womb.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot I had to like say I would like milk. I forgot about that.
I drink cow cum on the daily.
That's not milk.
And
That's not milk.
it's boy milk. I don't care. It's the same thing. And regardless, it's helped my bones stay strong for multiple years and at least 2 volleyball games. So I would like to give a huge shout out to Milk, our sponsor for today's podcast. All right, back to the regular scheduled program.
You might be a little bit.
Might be what? Huh?
I already said a little bit stupid.
Oh, it cut out.
Oh, yeah,
It
you're a
sounds like
little bit stupid.
no.
You just did a whole ad read on milk, and when I did my little bit, you just were like, and that's right. That's like, dude, we were paid $4 in a toonie. You know how much value that has? That's like Australian currency. It's made up,
No,
it's not real, and it has no value.
it's
It is null and
a
void.
toonie is Canadian.
Even more pointless than before. What's the Canadian ever helped you out, huh?
I got head from one.
No, you didn't.
You don't have
What do
any
you
proof.
buy?
You don't have any proof.
Yeah, I do.
No proof.
Of course I
No
do.
proof. No proof.
Yeah, I do.
I want to see
You
the
want to
proof.
see the picture?
Show me
You
a
want to see the
video.
pictures?
Show me a video. I want to relive it.
Show you a video of you not getting head from
Oh,
any of the Fortnite segments that you posted this or last month, I should say.
That's proof.
Yeah, because it's a video of you not getting head. That's a video of you playing Fortnite.
I guess that doesn't mean anything though. That's like saying
Yes, it does.
I was
It
gonna
was
say
all of us
something
playing
bad, but
Fortnite. What are you talking about? Are you
I'm gonna
dumb or
discredit
stupid?
everything that you ever do. Name one thing you've done that's cool.
Uh, why is this a requirement for what we're talking about right now?
Come on, answer, man. Come on, man. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
I
I'm
solved
itching.
a Rubik's Cube. I made a song.
Well, I was recording us playing Fortnite, and you did none of those things in the game.
Okay, well that's because I lied. I didn't do any of those things. I only played Fortnite.
Exactly. Proof. You've only played. I've only played Fortnite for years. That's
That's
all
all
I've
I've
done.
ever done. It's all I've ever done. It's all I will ever do.
Hmm.
Sorry, Geej. I'm just stupid a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of noticing that we really have we if we didn't hang out today, this probably would be a lot better. But we genuinely have like nothing to talk about because we just hung out like all day.
Let's talk about that then. Let's talk about butter sausage. You go first, Vaughn.
You, you want to talk about the butter barn?
Isn't that in Fortnite?
Yep, it's a country song made for Fortnite. We could probably get the top of leaderboard of that. I just want to throw that out there.
Come on down to the butter barn.
You could make a barn of butter
Would you
or the butter
rather?
jar.
I have a different jar.
You do. Me too.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Oh, no, I
Peanut
mean,
butter.
I put. Yeah, anyway. Would I rather what? Would I rather what?
Let me think of a good one. I think this is like. Would you rather play a mandolin or have sex?
Am I already proficient at the mandolin?
I don't know. Are you proficient at sex?
Geez, that's not the question.
Uh,
This is your hypothetical.
no,
You
this
make
is
the
this is
rules.
this is like a real
Am I
like right
proficient at
now.
sex? I
Like
don't
what
know.
you are. I mean, right now, no attribute changes. You're just little
Would I
Vaughn.
rather play the mandolin or have sex?
Yes.
Would I own the mandolin now?
Yeah.
A mandolin, easy. Is it
Nice.
good? Actually, hold on, back it up. Is it good quality or no?
I'd say average.
Average, so it is a real mandolin though. It's not one of
Yeah,
them
yeah, yeah.
like
No little kid
practice.
ones. It's just an
Okay.
actual mandolin. Just plain old, nothing too fancy, nothing too bad.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Sure.
All right, that's a good one. I like that. That was nice. Oh, dude, I got these like Sensi things, and they fucking bang. We were playing Red Dead, and I was fucking. There's one that's like a warm maple rum, and I was like, dude, that's perfect for Red Dead. Room smells like slightly like maple syrup, and like that like homey kind of warm feel, you
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, smell like a fucking log cabin in this bitch.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, and I was just playing Red Dead, getting drugged by ladies, and possibly getting
Okay, yeah, that
molested.
was weird.
We don't even know what she did. That could be like days that she was just like fucking us, man. Unconscious.
I
She
wish.
really is like the Cosby of the
Well, she
game.
just left us out in the. It was psychedelic. She just left us out in the middle of nowhere and wanted us to freeze to death and die. That's not malicious.
No, as long as she gave us blow, we're fine. You know,
Her
just
name
you
is
know.
Harriet, by the way.
It was Harriet Tubman. They put Harriet Tubman in the game like. Well, I
Harriet
think she's only
Tubman
in
in the video game.
I think she's only in online, but I don't know. I haven't played the
Yeah,
story.
that's my character's Harriet Tubman.
Your character is not Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, it's not.
Harriet Tubman's actually in the game though. Pay
I don't believe you.
450. forty
There is
nine
not a
ninety
bus
nine.
for her to not sit in the back of. So I don't agree. I don't think you're right. That's all I'm
She was
saying.
on the
There's
back of the
not.
carriage, the back of the
Well, yeah,
wagon.
but that's not what she's known for. That's not what she did.
You don't
It's
know
not.
that. Maybe it's twisted.
Yeah, I
Maybe it's
do.
modernized for the modern media so kids can understand the impact it had.
Well, except there's pictures of her literally sitting on a bus.
Maybe she was on a bus a few days later.
What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
You never know, man. Life's crazy, man. Life's like a box of chocolates. There's chocolate in life.
I really don't like that saying because, like, if you get an assorted chocolates box,
You know what you're getting.
I was gonna
It's
say
pretty
nine times
upfront.
out of ten, they always have that wrapper on the top. You know what I'm talking about? There, that
Hmm.
paper on the top, and it's like, okay, this is the flavors, and so yeah, it's pretty stupid.
I think it should be more. What do you think it should be like? Maybe like life's like a big cake. You don't know what you're getting until you're in it.
You can, well, it depends on the kind of cake. Usually, you can tell what kind of cake you're gonna get, unless
Mm.
it's one of those ones with like the wrapping around the side. But
Well,
most
they
of
got
those
like
ain't like that.
frosting on it and shit. You never know.
Well, yeah, usually just frosting on the top, though.
No, what?
Yeah. How
Not on the
fancy of a cake you
sides?
talking?
Like a
Not
normal
usually,
fucking
no.
cake? What, are you on crack? You're telling me that
Dude,
you're pretty much just having like a big ass pancake that you
anytime
put writing
anyone,
on the top with
anytime
frosting?
anyone, anytime anyone in my family makes a cake, it is a pancake, yeah. Unless it's my sister.
That's
Up
depressing.
in well, the other sister, the baker is gone, dude. She's way up west.
But even I can put fucking frosting on the sides. It's not like it's
Except in the pan, like in the pan, it'd be just a rectangle, and it's kind of stupid.
all
Yeah,
weird,
we
man.
could, except we'd have to take it out of the pan, and then just that's just kind of dumb. Why would you do that?
Wait, so
See, I
you
don't
just
know.
cut
I
it
haven't.
while it's in the pan?
Yeah.
Y'all are weird. What the fuck? You pretty much just made
Okay.
flavored
Well, keep in
cornbread.
mind this is a long time ago. All right. No one has made a cake in my house in a long time,
Like
and
years,
I'm keeping it that
possibly.
way because I ain't gonna do it. Are you kidding me?
Cake's pretty nice. Like especially like if you get the batter and shit. Fuck,
Disagree.
man. What's wrong with cake? I have to be
Disagree.
in a mood for it, and right now I'm in the mood for cake, so I'm gonna back it.
Yeah, I have to be in a very specific mood for cake, and I just don't really like it too much.
I feel like it's like a 50-50 with me, you know? Like some days I'm like, yeah, cake would bang, and then other days I'm like, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, oh,
I will lean more towards ice cream because ice cream is consistently better. Like, dude, you got like cookies and cream and shit. I think cookies and cream ice cream will beat most cakes out at all times.
off. Eat most cakes off.
Yes, they have very strong hands.
Yeah, I mean, if you laid me down on a bed, then put a
Where's
gun to
this
my
going?
face and said, "I'm gonna shoot your fucking head off if you don't tell me a good ice cream flavor," I would usually go towards that.
Yeah.
But there's just been this one ice cream I haven't had since my wee lad childhood
Are you
self.
a sherbet baby?
No, you twit.
Oh,
It's an ice cream. It's like birthday ice cream, is what it is.
oh, I
Not
never heard of that.
birth. You've never heard of birthday ice cream?
Mm-mm.
You're a dork.
I've never had a birthday. I am zero.
It's not even true. Dude, you're 20.
That sounds so depressing.
I
You're
guess you
fucking
do have a
20.
zero in your birth year. I guess you have a
Mm.
I guess you have a zero in your year,
No, I don't
but
have a
like,
birthday.
yes, you
I might be
do.
20 years old, but I don't have a birthday. They just know the year I was born. I was a wild baby. I escaped from the hospital, drove 4 miles into the woods.
Dude, you're making it really hard not to just say your birthday right now.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think
Because I
anyone
really just
really.
want to say your birthday because I know when it is.
Well, yeah. You're making it really hard right now not to say your social security number.
I can say I could do that too if you wanted.
No, no. What would if you could have any scent like permanently in your room? What would it be?
Scent?
Yeah, like if you had a candle that you could like refill for free forever.
I haven't been in a Bed Bath and Body Works recently, so I have no idea. Actually, that kind of reminds me that one time me and Nathan went into a mall, the big mall in that town that's near us,
Yeah,
relatively speaking.
yeah,
It's all in a relative sense, not a literal sense. Um, Me and him just wandered into the Bed Bath and Body Works, and we just smelled candles, like just two dudes, just two bros, smelling huffing candles.
man, smell this candle, man. It's like,
Really,
yeah,
that's what it
man,
was. We went through like the
best.
entire store, I think.
Oh,
It definitely wouldn't be anything sweet. I don't really like that, like the apple cinnamon smell. It's just like,
nah,
it's
I
pleasant
agree.
occasionally, but it's too much. It's just like, bleh.
I'm not a big fan of the cakey smells.
Yeah. Um, what's yours since you're bringing it out?
It's between the one I have in now, the warm maple rum, and the water. I love watermelon scents. I like the fruitier scents a lot because they're not aggressive. They just kind of float around. But then when you like go to focus on them mentally, you're like, that is a really good smell, honestly.
Um, I think I would go with probably like an ocean breeze or something. No, not quite. There's a couple of these like midnight somethings. Midnight, like midnight
Midnight
ocean
horny
or something.
time.
And stuff like that smells good to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't believe you. Those are more like the low key scents that when you do smell them, you're like, damn, that's pretty good. So
I would
what?
smell a person like this a lot.
I will say the dude that's gonna be my roommate next semester or the summertime. Yippee! He has like that kind of scented perfume stuff or cologne, whatever the fuck it's called, and yeah, it works. It works as both. It's not like you could put warm maple rum on a person and be like perfume.
Versace Arrows Flame. Nathan actually bought that, like with his dad, or his dad got it for him or something like that.
I
And I
cannot.
was like, dude, I want Versace Arrows Flame. I think that sounds awesome. And it smelled really good. And then I like smelled it. No, not that I smelled it. Sorry. They told me how much it cost him, and I said, absolutely not. Even on sale, that was way too much. I could have bought a Kalimba twice with how much it was still.
Okay, give me a sec. Okay, I'm gonna probably pause this for a second. I'm hearing something upstairs and I'm home alone, so. Alright, we're back.
Aerosmith is an overrated band. I'm just coming out and
What?
saying it. Yeah, no, I'm coming out with it.
Why do you think
I
they're
gotta,
overrated?
I gotta speak my truth.
Is it talent wise or
They
content wise?
content. I'm pretty sure because I Dream On goes hard,
Yeah.
but I think I know Dream On off the top, obviously.
Yeah.
I know that there is a song, Walk This Way. That's what it's called. It's called Walk This Way.
That one's
Uh,
overhyped. I will agree with
I was gonna
that.
say, okay, there's those two. Jeej, name a third one. A third good one.
Are you kidding me? I don't want to miss a thing. You got that. You got sweet emotion. What the fuck are you on? Are you talking about like
I do not like Sweet Emotion, dude.
sweet
I don't get it. I don't like it.
emotion?
I guess it's just too highbrow for me. I don't get it. I don't like it.
I rock with it. I could see why you wouldn't care too much for it. It's not my favorite Aerosmith because I don't want to miss a thing's a good one.
I could
Dream On's probably the
definitely
best one
leave that.
though. Dream
Which one?
On is Dream On.
Oh yeah,
That's
Dream
just
On's Dream On, but it's like I
yeah.
just think they're overrated. Like
Walk This Way
I
is
don't think those are
overrated.
that good.
Sweet Emotions, I would say average rated. It's just pretty neutral.
I think it's played on those you know, rock, classical rock, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I think it's overrated. It's too overrated.
yeah. I don't know. I think they're an all right band. It's like one of those bands where it's like you can't really nitpick much because it's not like they're like the most popular band of all time. It'd be different if it's like fucking Drake, Michael Jackson, or Elvis Presley
What
levels
about
of
Motley
popularity.
Crue?
Mm,
Do you want to talk about Motley Crue?
they're kind of the same boat as Aerosmith with me.
Doctor Feelgood goes hard.
Yeah,
Just saying, Doctor Feelgood goes
I'll have
hard,
to
and
look
so
on
does Shout to the Devil.
Spotify.
Both
Shout to the
those
Devil's
go
good.
hard. All right.
I gotta look at Motley Crue's. Oh, Kickstart My Heart's good. I like that one.
I don't
Mm.
know much about that one. I'm sure I know it if I
Oh yeah,
actually
you
listen
do.
to it, but like just like right now, I do not.
My kickstart my heart. Does that ring a bell? Whoa,
Yeah.
yeah, hey,
Yes.
bow, bow,
Okay. Yeah, I've
bow,
heard that one.
bow, bow.
Eh. I mean, I wouldn't have it on my playlist. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
I'm
I
sure.
think
I'm
it's
sure
alright.
Elvis Presley was like great for his time. I'm sure he was, especially like you go back to that era and
Oh
you look
yeah,
around. There was no one quite like him, right?
yeah.
But you look at him now. Oh, kind of aged like a milk, dude.
Mm, it didn't it? It's like very specific songs. You're like, yeah, this is just not there. Like some of them come off as like corny or just like kind of dumb. That's a little bit harsh. I'm not gonna lie, but like the one Teddy Bear song, Blue Suede Shoes don't move me. Those two songs don't move me. But like, do you know the song Suspicious Minds?
No,
I'm stuck in a trap. I can't walk out because
I
I
just can't listen
love
to it. I
you
just don't
too
think any of it's
much,
good. I just can't enjoy it.
baby. I like I like very specific Elvis songs. I know people that fucking love his music, like Die Hard. So I've gotten to listen to a lot more of like Elvis because I didn't really know anything other than like the ones that fucking everyone's like, oh yeah, that's Elvis. But like he's got certain songs that are good and other ones just don't move me, but that's just a product of time. To make a
I'm
song
sure,
that's timeless is so difficult with how fast
dude.
things
I think
change.
now I know I was just been talking a lot of shit on a lot of good bands. And Elvis Presley because I'm not even going to give him the satisfaction of being called good. Um,
That's wild. That is
even though the
wild.
fat fucker died a long time ago. Um, you want something timeless? I'll straight up, I'll say it. I think that hundred years from now, people will listen to Michael Jackson, and I think they'll be bobbing their head a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
That one's a fair one. I think that's like if you go from like wise where like or like music wise where you're like, oh, people are gonna probably be listening to this artist by then. There's like two that stick out, and you said one of them already. Definitely definitely Michael Jackson. I think that's easy. And I honestly think I know you're gonna be like, oh, it's just because you like it. I think Nirvana will, because the fact that they are still as popular as they are now, it's kind of a part of an aesthetic to a point. Like they are the leader of like the whole entire grunge and that kind of edgy rock shit, and that aesthetic and that movement is gonna keep going for a while, especially with how known Kurt Cobain is and was. That's one of the things where it's
I don't got nothing to say. Got in.
But you get what I'm saying. The influence is still there today, so the odds of the influence being gone in a
Yeah,
10-year
no,
span is very
absolutely.
very.
Although I'm not sure I would say it's Nirvana necessarily. I would think there's maybe a couple other ones I would hazard to guess are in line.
I
I
want
never
to
really
see
put
what
too
you
much
would
thought.
think.
I've never really put much thought into the whole timeless aspect, but I really do believe that. Um, Michael Jackson is timeless.
Yeah,
The definition of timeless.
that
He's
is
got
like, yeah, that one no one can argue with because that man has, like, even like just for the time, everyone probably was like, yeah, this shit's gonna be around a while.
this goes hard.
It
This
does.
goes hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about it. Something
Yeah.
about it. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's such it's like that's what happens kind of when you push for music that's just more something that's just good rather than what everyone is already doing in this certain time period. Because no one was even close to fucking doing what that man did. Not
Yeah,
even
honestly.
close, dude.
I actually did a whole like report on him and I watched a lot of
Mm-hmm.
different I watched a couple different documentaries. I read up a lot on it on him. And it's like, for all the things that have happened in his life, it is crazy to me that he is still able to pull some of that off, especially like his dad. I guess his dad was probably, on the one hand, really fucked him over, because he is just like he's this like mind shattered person, but his dad also pushed him to be a great musician, and so it kind of is like, well,
Open the
he
musical
was a
door in a
performer at a very
sense.
young age. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
Jackson Five, performer at a very young age. A lot of pressure, a lot of like things that he is exposed to, a lot of things he's seen that he probably shouldn't be seeing, especially at that age.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But I will say again that uh, he, while hurting him, he did a lot of favors.
Honestly,
But
yeah. That's pretty true.
like, yeah, his dude, he's an astounding performer, a whole myriad of great songs. The one that I see never get talked about, he did a song for Free Willy. Have you ever heard that one?
Really?
Yeah, no, he did a song. Like, okay, I'm gonna pull up its name because it's been a hot minute. But he did do a track for Free Willy, and actually that song rocked. Uh, it was on it like when I was doing that whole thing. I found out about it. I was like, genuinely, I think it is one of my favorites.
Dang.
Maybe I think it was specifically for it, but was it? Will you be there? It might be.
Well, with him, he was very good at being able to be genre fluent, where he could take from certain genres and pull it off well.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Like he was, I don't know. He's just undisputedly someone that's gonna be timeless. The same way that Michael Jordan is in basketball, Michael Jackson's in pop, or just in music in general. Ooh, I got an actual legit question. I think this one's gonna open some
Sorry,
brain
I was
waves.
I muted for a minute because I was trying to like listen to the song, see if that was what I was talking about.
Uh, wait, you muted me or your mic?
I muted myself.
Oh, okay. So did
I
you
could
hear what
hear
I
you. You're
said?
talking about
Okay.
Michael Jackson, and yeah, I Michael Jordan. Sorry, Jordan,
Yeah.
the other MJ. Yeah, I completely agree. Dude, that when he was on, was it the Heat?
No,
Was
the
it the Heat?
Bulls.
The Bull? Okay, yes, the Chicago Bulls. Yes, dude, that is a historic time for
Mm-hmm.
basketball. Like actually, historic time.
Who do you think the go to basketball is? Are you a wild card or are you a LeBron or Michael?
Oh God.
Ooh.
I wanna point out that I am very recently into the whole sports thing. I don't watch
Yeah.
it too much, but I definitely watch a lot of the news. And I did watch a couple of the games. For example, Chiefs versus Raiders on Christmas Day. What a shit show that was.
Yeah, that
Jesus
was bad.
Christ. Dude, okay, but still, I find it very funny that that was a cursed game for the Chiefs, especially the guy who was injured. Like I think was Tyree. No, not Tyreek Hill. Sorry, my bad. It was what's the runner back name? What's his name?
Pacheco?
Yes, Pacheco. I don't know necessarily if he was injured, wasn't he?
I
He
think so, at
also got
least.
injured. Um, I think it was the first defensive end that got injured for them because both of them had incidents during the game. But I think the first one got up on a table and the table broke under him, literally folded in half. And it's like, dude, this is just a cursed game for the Chiefs. There's just nothing they can do right now.
They got absolutely the
I
worst
wish they
handout.
lost by more, but I think they only lost by a touchdown, I think.
It was like, I think it was 10. I think the score was like 20 to 10,
10
something like that.
points?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was 17-7, if I remember right.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch after I saw the first few things go down. I was like, okay, yeah, that game's gonna be fucked. And then me and my brother played games.
Oh, it was. Oh, it is. It is. It's real bad. I watched it. Very funny.
Hmm. But who do you think is the goat of NBA? I wanna know.
Larry Bird.
I honestly respect that. That's a low key pick.
I'm coming out the hot take.
Yeah,
Go Larry Bird.
I respect that. Mine, if I'm being
I respect Larry
completely
Bird.
completely honest, I would give it to LeBron.
I don't blame you. Don't blame me at all.
Yeah,
Jabron Lames. Yeah, I've heard of him.
yeah. Michael has a fair Michael has a fair argument, but it's honestly just down to who
I hear
played
the
better
argument.
for
I
way
hear the
longer.
argument for Kobe a lot, though.
I
That's
think
very common
this might be
discourse.
kind of fucked, but I think that his whole death kind of amped him up a bit, if you know what I mean. Because at
Oh,
times where
sure.
people were really starting to amp up the NBA GOAT talk was when he died.
Yeah,
And of course, that's going to leave
but
some
I
passionate
think
fans being like, yeah, he's the best.
I think there's definitely something to be said though that he was very much. I believe his stats weren't necessarily great on their own, but I believe it was he was a great team player. I believe is what his gist was.
His was a lot of
If
what
is that right?
people's. No, that's more LeBron. LeBron is the team player guy that's played really great for the longest and elevates people. Kobe is more like, I don't need fucking teammates. I will kill you. That was
I
kind of same with
thought
Michael
that
Jordan, but
was Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry, he's pretty. He's like average team player, but really good player by himself.
I remember just hearing even okay, so way back when the Rockets were all the rage and then the Golden State Warriors were both of them at the same time. It was a couple years ago, I think. James Harden, Stephen Curry, that
Yeah.
kind of
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
I would only hear dude, Stephen Curry dropping dubs. They weren't even referring to the teams anymore. I was just like, Stephen Curry.
That
It's
is,
like, I don't know,
yeah.
dude.
He kind of was. Without that man, though, they would not have been even in half of the games in the finals. Like if
Yeah.
he would have gotten hurt, they would have gotten absolutely railed.
I'm really glad that you're here to kind of cover what I'm getting wrong because again, I'm very new to this kind of
Yeah.
area.
But oh, I forgot the question I was going to ask earlier was if you if there was any artist or band currently or even in the past that is like a low key pick that you think would be like a timeless one, who would it be? Like even if it's like I don't know, just I want to hear who you think would be your would have timeless.
Because that's tough just because it's I want to give it to a band slash person I like, just as I like them a lot, and I feel like there's definitely some. You can kind of see how they grew over time, and they
Yeah.
started off like if you listen to some of their earlier tracks, it's like kind of almost like there's elements of a doo wop in there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Wait. Which band you name?
I'm sorry. I was thinking of who I wanted to really get in there. I really like Kuko. I
Mm.
really love him. I don't know though, because it's like
Yeah.
I think there's a certain degree that he could be. But I was really thinking, I really was seeing if I could convince myself to bring up the argument for Hot Freaks. I love them. I love them very much. I think like they're very underrated, but I feel like that's also part of their charm at this point. Is
Yeah.
that no one knows who Hot Freaks is, but I love them dearly. Their last album was a bop, certified.
I'm
And
gonna.
if you disagree, I'll beat you with a hammer.
I didn't fully listen to it, but all the songs I did listen to are pretty
Did
good.
you
I like it.
really, dude? Come on, the stuff at the end, the later tracks is really where stuff hits hard. Come on, Lioness. What can I do? Come on, there's stuff
I think
fucking
I listened to
bops.
What Can I Do. I think there's one specifically that you told me to listen to out of the end, but I didn't remember which one it was.
It it could have been either one, honestly, because I really
Yeah.
love both of them. Stupid Little Vibes is kind of a funny song. Let's be
I did
real.
listen to that one. I do
It's
remember
kind of
that
like
one.
goofy in nature, but it's like it's still done pretty well. It doesn't sacrifice quality for goofs and gaffs. Although I will admit they are not everybody's taste. I will be straight up with that.
I do
I
know
like them, but
another one that is such a perfect one for the whole timeless thing. And
I
you're probably going to
again
disagree.
I'm trying to make the argument is what I'm trying to do, but I'm not sure if I even agree with myself. I just really like Hot Freaks, and I will take any excuse to talk about them.
Yeah.
I really like their alternative vibes. I dig it. I just don't. They can definitely do wrong, but they haven't really done wrong recently.
Yeah.
Their stuff's a bit bops.
Someone I would say though that is like actually timeless and a lot of people probably would agree is Stevie Wonder.
How'd you get so blind?
I
Stevie
think
Wonder.
I think him
How'd you
being
get I won't lie, that is something that Cole talked to me about a long time ago, and it has never left me.
Dude, honestly, like I think him being blind hurt his reputation because now people are like, "Oh, blind guy," instead of, "Oh, that guy's got good music." They're just like, "Oh, he played music, but he's blind." Same thing kind of with Ray Charles too, but I feel like Stevie Wonder's got
Harley
a.
Rae Jepsen.
That's your that's your one.
No, it
That's
is not my answer. I feel like there's a lot of good female artists that we're just not talking about.
honestly true. Well, there's there's like a certain barrier level like when you talk about really early music, but like past that,
Cindy Lauper. Not my answer. Just
I
saying
was
Cindy
like,
Lauper.
yeah,
She's all right. She's got some
she's pretty all
stuff.
right.
She was definitely a relic of her time, though, first and foremost. That's all I'm going to say. Very influential in wrestling. She was part of the Rock and Wrestling Connection, if you remember that. Little
I,
history fact for you. With Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. Like, that was like the power group.
I would say, oh, is it B45s or whatever? I'm trying to think of what their band name is. That they have an honest chance at being. Oh, B52s. They have a legit catalog that is still being played today by a majority of people that I know. Like, honestly, most of the people that I know that like listen to music, especially like certain older style songs, they listen to B52s and they keep making random resurgences of popularity throughout random time periods even though they made the songs their most popular stuff in like 70s.
I thought of a good one.
Ooh.
Mariah Carey.
I can't blame you honestly, but
Like, I mean, that's just like technical, but like Dude, All I Want for Christmas Is You is literally gonna be played forever,
Yeah, that is
probably. I'll
true.
be genuine. Although, who are those fuckers that did the original Christmas songs? Like the old guy that does Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Burl
that guy.
Lives?
Dude, I was gonna say a bunch of those people that do those like original Christmas songs, even the Charlie Brown one,
Yeah.
it's like those are played every year. I don't know a goddamn name of any of them,
That is very true. I think
except
it's
for
because
Mariah Carey, but I went out of my way to figure that one out.
well, with Mariah Carey's like base catalog, if you add in the Christmas one, then it's still that definitely helps. But I think her main thing is more of like icon status rather than the music backing. Like people will be like in like 20 years hypothetically, people will still know who Mariah Carey is, even if they
Oh, you
only
know
know the
what?
Christmas
Ozzy
song.
Osbourne. I feel like he could probably have a shot.
Yes, actually, that is. If you're going by rock, especially, I think he has like one of the strongest cases.
So I think I don't know what is Nirvana classified as? Was that
There's
rock
this,
or no?
yeah, rock, grunge. Grunge is like the specific like branch of it, but
Mhm. Yeah, I was just saying though, as I think if I was really gonna nail down a like a rock guy, honestly I'd say Ozzy.
yeah,
Ozzy's great still.
because he
Holds up
the
very well.
fact that he did so much with one band and then was able to do even more arguably without a band, like just by himself. He has commercial success in a band and also solo, which is not very easy to do.
I was gonna say also like we like even for proof of that, how old is Crazy Train?
Oh,
Genuinely, how old is
that
it?
one's old, and we literally were fucking jamming out
I
to
was
that
gonna say we
shit.
were all in a car singing Crazy Train, and so it's like, come on.
Yeah, like I don't know the fact, and he's still making music now, like after all this fucking
He's
time.
also doing like a weird TV show with his wife and
Oh,
kid,
is yeah,
like the Ghost. Or
yeah,
there was a Ghost one, but there's also like other videos.
yeah. I
It's
my
like
mom
Ozzy
loves that
reacts.
show.
Ozzy reacts to himself eating a bat's head. Oh wow. Well, that's
and,
great, Ozzy.
and
Great,
then
good
and then
job.
he's like, oh, oh.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's usually kind of that's not my impression of him. I'm just saying that is really kind of dude.
It's
When
pretty
did you
spot
remember
on
he
though.
had a reality show way
Oh
back in the
yeah,
day?
it
Dude, he
honestly was
was
so funny though,
they
cause
were just insufferable people, and he was an ass. Like I'm gonna be his kids were fucking annoying
but
in
the
that
thing about
show.
Ozzy is he had like an odd sense of charm because he looked like he just didn't fucking care and he was just like
He
confused all the
doesn't.
time.
Even in the show, he's even in the current show, he's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Whatever. He does not care. I
But
really
yeah,
respect that though. It's like, dude, even now you keep that spirit alive. He just does not
yes.
care. There's nothing you can do about it.
And he's went through
Or we can
like
stop him.
yeah, no. That is everyone thought he probably died a long time ago. But like he still has like all of his music for the most part is still like very playable today. It
Oh
is
yeah.
still like pretty popular by a lot of standards, especially for music from that time. That's probably like top 10 in popularity for older artists and stuff. And he
Really
still
good
has
stuff.
he still has the icon status. And every like I don't know, it's hard to deny that he's kind of timeless in like a music related sense because he's probably gonna die
Yeah,
soon. But
feel like that's probably gonna be like my best. Like right up there with Michael Jackson. Those are
yeah,
probably going to be like my best answers I give on this is probably just Ozzy Osbourne. Because like
yeah,
straight
that's
up,
a fair answer though. That was
it's
probably the best
hard to
topic we've
say.
ever had.
I was gonna say, but like I was gonna say, it's hard to say who's gonna be timeless now, especially when we're living it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we could have an artist literally right under our noses that is literally just a timeless gem, but it's like how would we know? We're living in it.
yeah,
We
and
can't
there's
say
also
what is
like
what.
we also are in such a time where it's like music is so accessible as well as like a lot more easier to get into like creating and stuff with all the free softwares and stuff and how much you can do with just a computer like a keyboard and a PC You don't need to have a guitar. You don't need like too much. You literally could use bass stuff and be very well
Hmm.
off. So I think that there's gonna be a lot of like this. There's gonna be a creative like kind of renaissance with music once everyone starts
I
mastering
think
it more.
we're yeah. I think some people are kind of living that already though, and it's just
Yeah,
gonna get better from here. It's just gonna get better.
I feel like it might lead to some sort of like weird popularity gap though, where there's still like the main people where you're like, oh, they're like the most popular pop artists, but there's gonna be so much like popular
Distinction
music.
between them, I
Yes.
suppose.
Yes, like there's going to be so much of a gap between those people and the B tier popularity music people.
You know what? I was since we're talking about like popularity, I was just thinking of Michael Jackson again. Do you remember when he was on stage and people are going crazy and he does a light head turn and people faint. People fainted when he turned his head on that stage. No one's ever gonna have that amount of anything
There's
ever
only
again.
one other person that did that, but that was before Michael Jackson, and you're not going to like the answer.
It was the Beatles.
No, it was Elvis, dude. That
I
man
hate
literally
that
made
guy.
girls come just from swinging a hip. Like, that is wild.
Dude, in his prime, Elvis was a looker. Once he got fame and fortune and started
Dude,
eating
he looked like
long
fucking
bacon
shit.
peanut butter sandwiches, yeah, he looks like dog shit.
And he was
Like
just
I'm a
sweaty
big
all
guy,
the
but I
time.
can recognize a guy who died on the toilet.
Game
That was him.
recognized game.
No, 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 no. I would not say game.
I can recognize someone who has died on the toilet.
I can recognize someone who's gonna die on the toilet, and it
Oh
was him. He
my.
died on
And
the
he did.
toilet. I just
He
want to
did.
clarify that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't have much. I don't have much for him in terms of like adoration or respect.
Like I I watched his like little movie documentary thing, and it painted him in a bad light. It painted everyone in the movie in a horrible light, other than very specific characters, like of course the
I,
parents and stuff.
of course,
But most of that
I
movie was just like depression fest.
I don't like the fucking slam pieces. I don't feel like people should be slandered like that. It's like, he's dead. You gotta eat. Okay, I know that sounds pretty hypocritical, literally what I was just saying. But it's like, I can also still appreciate what he's done and his talent that he had.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, I can appreciate that still. I may not like him as a person or his stuff that he did, but I can still recognize the influence it had. I was just gonna make a really, really joke there, but I'm glad I didn't because then you would be like, "Ugh."
but but along with that, that was like kind of the whole point of why the movie was made. More just to show like the story of like the most factual based story that they could have put out there in like while it's still being entertaining and stuff. Like he had
Did
a
you
very
see?
up and down
Uh,
shit.
did you see that like apparently he was pretty big in like Asian countries apparently? Because there was like I'm pretty sure there was like a Elvis movie that was like I
They
want to
painted
say
him as
Japanese
God.
based. No,
Oh.
maybe. But I believe it pretty sure it was like Japanese based or something like something along those lines. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass here. Maybe I'm mixing it up with Colonel Sanders and KFC because no, that's real. Okay, that one's real.
That's
Japanese people love
sad.
that shit. That is literally like a Christmas tradition
Yeah, I know. I know
because they
that
didn't know any
is.
better and they marketed it as, yeah, people from America do KFC for Christmas.
That
I was
is.
like, oh, well, that's ethnic and cool, I suppose. And it's like, oh, no, we don't
Yeah.
do that. That's kind of bullshit.
You know what's
Not true.
wild? The fact that
What's up?
like there's a majority of like Asian people, or like the Asian idea of like Americans is pretty like good for what what kind of opinion we a lot of Americans have of them for some reason.
I think they're pretty well liked. I don't know what
Well,
circles you're in, but
no,
the
no,
circles I'm in, they
not like a
are
personal
very
circle, but
much. They're no, I mean, I mean, even general circles, like big wide groups circles. I mean, they are well respected and regarded.
Oh.
They are not. Are you doing like just like racist groups or something?
No, I think it's more of just like online shit that I see.
Because
But
even setting aside the anime and stuff that has brought, manga, whatever have you, they still have a very rich, interesting history to go over and
true.
culture and their own cooking style, like the umami flavor. Like, come on.
Dude,
That is,
I'm not
I
dissing
think
them at
most.
all.
I know, no, I'm not saying you're distant. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I don't know what circles you're in, but like, there's a lot of credit to be giving,
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
I just, that's all I'm saying.
No, I just think
Uh,
it's like because there's like a ton of interviews that I was seeing on my phone, and they were talking about how they're like, yeah, Americans and like America's like so cool. The American people are very nice. And he's like, I don't. They were all like, I don't know why fucking Europe hates them. They're chill as shit.
yeah.
But yeah, that's
And were there like interviews of Americans on there too, or no?
no. It was just the like Asian. I think it
Yeah,
was more of like from their standpoint, like they were talking about their experience in America and
I
stuff.
see. I've actually seen this like it was a story more so, but it was like this lady, I believe is who it was, had basically dressed up in traditional like kimono, right? And she showed it to like an American audience, and Americans were like, "You motherfucker." Cultural appropriation, you piece of
Yeah.
shit. But then she went to Japan with, again, she did it right, the
Mhm.
traditional garb and everything.
And they're like, "You're
And they were
fucking
like,
sick."
dude, that's awesome. That
Yeah.
is awesome to see our culture represented like that. And, like, I think if you just do culture representation in a respectful, meaningful way, then I
Yeah.
don't think there's a problem with it.
I think that's very obvious if you are blatantly making fun of a culture and if you are being like this culture is cool. I kind of want to indulge in some of it and have some of it in my life, you know? Like it's
Mm.
pretty
I
obvious, at least I think so.
I feel like just a minor thing that I think they do. Granted, I've never been around one Asian person before. Maybe this is just like a Japanese thing, but they say thanks before the meal, and generally that'd make me feel a lot better if people in my house were like, "Hey, man, thanks for the meal." I'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm appreciated," or anything. I'd feel appreciated. I don't
It's
even know
like the
what who they're
validation
talking to if they
aspect
said,
of it.
yeah. Or just taking the food as a blessing in and of itself. And I was like, oh, that's a good way of looking at it. I like that. Granted, that could also just be a stereotype that I'm getting wrong completely, and I apologize for that.
Maybe. But that's one of the ones where it's like, at least you're not being like, they're fucking horrible, man. You're being like, oh, they're pretty chill. They're nice.
I like them for possibly a fake thing, but if it's real, it's like, hey, more power to them.
It's
I
better
like
to
it.
be wrong about a positive thing than to be wrong about a negative thing.
That's true. I don't. I think there's too many negative stereotypes.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I
that was
can't even really think of one right now, but I'm just gonna let it go.
yeah. All right, we're past the hour mark. Are you down to keep going? I'm feeling all right.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm chill.
Yeah, it's
I
like
ain't
my
doing nothing.
ramen's kind of cold. That's about the only thing.
Do you want to take a break and eat it and kind of rest yourself for a minute and then get back at it?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
All right, break time. Second
Break
break.
time.
Ugh.
He just had his milk, and he has gotten
My
his
baba.
yummy, yeah, his bob. He's got his little bottles, little baba. He got
My ramen.
his ramen eaten, and so
Mhm.
we're ready to roll.
Mhm.
And I wanted to get on to because after this we're actually gonna play Red Dead Redemption 2 online. But it
Yeah.
brought up the point of, at least I think it's an interesting subject, open world games. Let's talk about them.
Ooh, I like
Um,
this.
because I was just gonna say something to him, and I was like, actually, I actually have someone I want to talk about that about specifically because I've been playing Red Dead the entire time. And you know how I'm able to do that and do a podcast at the same time? Because I'm doing something close to nothing the entire time I play this game. Unless like somebody's there to keep me on track or point me in a direction, I don't really do much. Like I just kind of
Yeah.
busy myself with nonsense, which I suppose is a good way of playing these games. But also, it's like I don't really feel accomplished after a long time of playing. I look back and it's like I maybe made $100. Maybe, because I've just been not doing anything in particular.
I think
I've been
it's more
running
like a
around the
vibe
map.
kind of game though. Like especially with Red Dead Online, since they don't have any of the there's not as much story base to it. Like
Even in the online, even in the actual game, though, if you were to do the story, like you can do the story, nothing's forcing you to do it.
yeah.
You can go do whatever else you want, which is a reasonable thing. But it's like I don't know. It's just like okay, so another good example of this is like Breath of the Wild when that was a big game, Legend of Zelda. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? I would spend hours on that game just kind of walking around. I'm not even doing nothing because I don't know what to be doing. I'm just hanging around.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels almost in points very pointless. Just hunting for things naturally without looking anything up. I think the worst offender of this, though, of this what I'm talking about, is Elden Ring. Because you will spend a good amount of your playtime not knowing what to even do. And that is just that's a fact. You won't know what to do. After you get the easy to find stuff out of the way, you are just as well cooked.
Yeah, I feel like with Elden Ring it doesn't make as much sense for it.
I like the idea
Uh,
of it. I want to say that an open world game, but uh I think you should have a partially linear, partially open world for real.
I think
I don't know.
I think Red Dead has its own sense of charm with it though, because it's like just being able to kind of live a semi like cool like choose your own kind of way of life in a old timey western kind of setting. It has its own charm, whereas like GTA, it's more just like do crime.
Of course.
Yeah,
Go commit great crime. This one you can commit crime, you can just be an honorable person.
yeah,
You really
you have
make
the
up your own
choice.
choice, and I get that. You also have the choice in other games. It's just depending on how you act, actually. I just mean like I don't know, maybe that's just an issue with me in open worlds is like if you don't have something to actually fill it or keep me interested, I get very bored of it. I get very bored because if it's just like Elden Ring, after I found the bosses, I have no interest in doing a second playthrough because I've done it. Like I've already played it, and none of the places were interesting enough for me to want to go back.
Yeah. Wait, so
It's just
what
how it is,
about
though.
what was like the leading factor of doing that with like Psychonauts games then?
That's a collectathon game that's a bit different, I think, because it's multiple different worlds that are smaller but still have stuff in them, if that makes sense. Open world games like this are the entire place is open to you kind of from the get-go. You can do whatever you want whenever you want as long as you complete like the literal requirements, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like in Psychonauts, you are given access to a bigger kind of basically a level, if you will, a big open level. And you're given a direction, like, solve the issues. Okay. All
Okay.
right, that's it. Go do that. Go collect things and do that. And it's like, okay. You really don't have to collect any figments. You don't have to do any of the memory stuff. I just choose to because it's fun. Memory vaults. I choose to because I want to. It's fun. I'm rewarded for exploring it in a meaningful way with extra lore and what have you.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I suppose you could look at Red Dead relatively the same way, or Breath of the Wild relatively the same way. Except once in Breath of the Wild specifically, once you get the Master Sword, you're kind of set. Like you're set. You don't really need a different item. You can have one if you wanted,
Yeah,
but you don't have to. There's no requirement there to do anything else. You could fight Ganon literally right out the gate. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to do all the shrines. Did you know you could do that? People
no.
have literally fought Ganon with sticks as soon as they get into the game. You do the bit, and then you can go fight Ganon with a stick.
That's
Straight
pretty
up, you could just
badass.
do that. Yeah, I mean it's neat. I just it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's certain things to them that's just I can't exactly stress why it's irritating to me. It's just I don't know. If I lacked or it's I don't know. I get very lost if I don't have a direction to specifically go.
Yeah, and I think you care. You're a person that likes the feeling of accomplishments, especially like just everyday life and video game stuff. I feel like you would rather have something that feels more fulfilling instead of being like, oh, I just sat there and did nothing. You're like, I completed this and this.
Yeah, like I completed Psychonauts 2 and I really enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed Psychonauts 1 and 2. I enjoy both those games a lot. And I don't
Ooh.
regret playing those games, but it's like I played Mario Odyssey, and while the Steam Gardens have a great soundtrack, I don't really like the game. I
Yeah.
don't feel like there's too much really there. Like there's so much stuff the point is just filler. It elongates the playtime by having a lot of stuff in between. That's what I'm getting at. It's filler. It doesn't feel like meaningful filler either. You know, you can get certain moons in that game just by like ground pounding a certain spot on the ground.
Yeah.
That is one of those things that it's like, just don't get it. I just don't understand why you would do that. It just feels like stuffing for stuffing's sake. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my feelings on it.
I'm a simple guy. I don't feel like the need
I
kind
don't
of to
cook.
have
I
it.
don't clean. Let me tell you how I got this ring. That's you. Yeah,
Fuck.
I don't know. I feel I don't even need to be necessarily rewarded for what I do if I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But if the filler's not fun, then I don't want to do it.
Well, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
my take on it. I don't know. What about you? You've played a couple open world games. Talk about it.
I think it's all right for vibes as long as you know what you're getting into, you know? Like
I'd
I
probably
think it's
yeah.
like a nice little it's like one of those games where if I have alone time and I'm like I really need just to kind of just chill, then certain games like Fortnite or more like story based games, they have too much going on and it makes you focus to an extent. With like Red Dead or games like that, I feel like it's like the main thing I like in them is that you can just kind of chill. You don't have to focus. You can do things where you can, but it's more just like the vibes of it. Like sometimes I'll be in
I,
GT and I just trot around the whole time.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I One of my favorite game of all time, and its predecessor, or not predecessor, the one that followed it. What's that called? Because
A
predecessor means
sequel?
came before. Well, yeah, I was looking for a better word than sequel, but yeah,
Successor?
just sequel. Successor, yes, and its successor, um, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3. 2 is my favorite. I have beaten 1 since I was at. I don't remember if I was talking to you then, but when I was training for the job I do now, I finished it just because I have a lot of time in a hotel room. And so I finished it up and you know what? I enjoyed it. I like to be a little bit at least engaged in kind of what I'm doing a little bit. Like When I
Yeah.
play a game, usually it's because I don't want to dick around with what I actually have going on in my real life. Usually it's because I want to do something else. And so if I can just be invested in something else for a bit, I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
So, like Xenoblade 2, big a lot of different lands, they're very open, you can do whatever you want, you can find stuff. I enjoyed it because soundtracks are good. Like, and you can just beat up enemies. You can just beat people. I don't know. Combat at least led to something. You could get stuff from it. I don't know. It's the typical RPG thing, though.
Yeah.
When I was by myself for a long time because I would just play the Switch, I would just do that. I would just listen to it. I would just play the game. I think I have a total like 300 hours on it, and then 70 on the DLC.
I wish I
DLC
could.
was very fun.
I wish I could combine all my minutes in Fortnite, like from accounts and stuff,
Yeah,
just to see what it's at, cause it's gotta be fucking wild.
I played that game 3 times over, Jeej. And I'll tell you what, right now, I cried every time. I cried every time. I didn't replay 3 and I didn't replay 1, although I do intend on replaying 3 eventually. I cried at the end of that game too. But like Xenoblade 2 has two like points that they hit every time for me. Every time they hit them. And I am very afraid to play that game again. Just because what if I play it and it doesn't hit and then I have nothing. Then I have nothing to hold on to anymore. It'd be very unfortunate if my favorite game in the world I play it and I was like, this doesn't hold up. This is fucking stupid. I don't know. But
Mm.
it's weird because it's like I have an aversion to them. I don't much care for them. However, in that same way, I also enjoy them a whole heck of a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
If it's done well, I really enjoy it, and if I don't like what's going on, then I don't. Simple as, I guess. I
All
don't know.
right.
Maybe I don't make no sense.
I think we call it there. I think we had a good podcast. I think this was probably our best topic wise and like content wise. I think we had a great one here.
Blink, blink. What's the name of it?
mm, we talked about Michael Jackson a lot.
Well, we talked about artists a lot. Timeless.
We
The
talk about
Timeless
it's
podcast.
like Michael Jackson and the NBA GOAT debate.
Can you somehow get a picture of Michael
Like
Jackson
dunking.
crossing up Michael Jordan?
Oh my
Or
god.
yeah,
I
dunking
want to
on Michael Jordan. Could you make that happen?
see.
Could
Dude,
you edit that
I
together?
will
That should be the
try my
thing.
best. If I can, I will, cuz that would be so good.
MJ versus MJ, timeless debate.
Yeah, let me write this down. Is that what we're going for the title?
MJ versus MJ, the timeless debate. Yeah, sure, why not?
Or do you, would you which one would you rather? That one or Michael Jackson in the NBA GOAT debate?
I prefer the timeless one because we didn't really talk about the greatest of all time. We just
We
talked
did
about,
for a decent bit.
no. It was what's timeless. Like if we like what would be listened to, and then you know what would be listened to 100 years later, or what would be watched, like and like I guess basketball for an example. What would be like what stats could be looked at 100 years ago and 100 years later and
Yeah.
be like, whoa, you know what I mean?
So MJ versus
MJ, the timeless debate.
MJ, the timeless debate. Oh, I think we do like the little semicolon or the one fucking two dots.
Yeah,
MJ
I
versus
think that
MJ,
I'm
the
pretty sure.
timeless debate.
That's just called a colon, dude.
Okay, yeah, okay. I couldn't remember.
Semicolon only has the one dot and then the apostrophe. The colon is just 2 dots.
Mm, Michael Jackson crossing up Michael Jordan.
Yeah, if you can make that happen, I feel like that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
If you got some editing magic to make that happen.
I'll try my best. Honestly, I feel like I'm pretty average when it comes to getting some photo stuff, but I can do some goofy shit. That's my niche is just goofy shit.
Excuse me.
All right. We'll see you guys next time on the Crawfish Experience. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.